What's going on, everyone? We're back with another video, and today we're talking about how to play smoke in Rainbow Six Siege. So the first thing when you look at smoke is obviously you're going to need to pick your loadout. He has, in my opinion, the best shotgun in the game, which is the M590A1, due to the fact that it is really good for making rotates. It has a really good range for one-shot capability, and it has a pretty good fire rate. The attachments are really just up to you. I've used every single attachment combination, but right now I'm using no sight. I recommend either reflex or red dot, because holographic, the casing kind of takes up too much of your screen. And then for the laser sight, if you don't have a laser sight, it's easier to make rotates, but when your damage, like your shotgun actual spread, will be a lot more spread out, so it'll be harder to basically one-shot people. So that's why I use the laser sight. And making the rotates is pretty similar either way, with or without it, but this just makes it easier to eliminate the hostiles. And then if you use the FMG you're throwing, just because why would you possibly use this? Smoke is primarily used for making rotates for a team, so the shotgun's definitely the move. And because the shotgun does not have the best range, the SMG-11 is what literally everybody uses. Again, I've used every single attachment combination. Right now I'm using holographic because that's the side I like. You can use any of these. And vertical, and then flash hider just makes the vertical recoil the best, but compensator affects the horizontal spray, but you just have to pull down more. But personally, I use the flash hider. I also recommend the compensator though if you feel like it pops around too much. And then for his secondary gadget, he either has a shield, which I use literally every time, or barbed wire. This is really up to the team that you're playing with, what they want. If they have like a bunch of nitro cells and they already have a shield or two, then bring barbed wire. But if they don't have any, if you already have like 3 barbed wire and a nitro cell, then bring a shield. Smoke's really strong sitting behind a shield, due to the fact that with these slits in it, he can just quickly peek up and shoot somebody, and he can throw a smoke from being protected by his shield. So that being said, let's get into his actual play, like how you actually play him. So here we are, we're on Coastline, because this is my favorite map to play smoke with. And in the prep phase, which is what we're currently in right now, I kind of just maxed out the time. This would usually be like 30 seconds. Your primary job is making a bunch of the rotates. I make a vault rotate right here, and then over on top I'll open this up, being able to throw a smoke. So during the prep phase, mainly you want to reinforce stuff close to sight, because smoke is such a useful operator. Him being caught out of position and dying early really can affect the whole round. So that's why you just want to get walls that are close to sight, and then you have the ability to make rotates for your team, because lots of the times they won't have a secondary shotgun, especially with Mozzie losing his super shorty. And a really strong position to play smoke, where I will usually play, is right here, because I'll usually have a teammate there, maybe one on cool vibes, and if you place your shield in this doorway facing out to VIP, you're pretty protected from that whole area. So basically prep phase, early reinforcements and rotates, and then positioning, you're usually going to be on site or very close to it. You'll usually see a smoke player here or here, and then you'll have these walls reinforced so that you can't get shot from the door. And the reason for this is these are very good areas, very strong, like holding the staircase is important, holding down the hallway. And then from within, sitting right here, you can throw a smoke right there, and it will, the smoke actually goes through walls. So this is the safest spot to plant for the attackers. So you throw a smoke there, it smokes them out, and they have to back up or they will die. And then from within here, usually cool vibes is very hard to lose control of, but also from within here, you can throw a smoke out and block off the push into hookah, which is very important as well, because this, realistically, if you're back here, you're really stuck. If somebody's in aqua and there's somebody on that window, you're very stuck back here unless you drop the hatch. So that's kind of segues into my next point about using your utility. Lots of times smoke players will hold on to their gas canisters thinking, oh, I gotta save these for when they try and plant the diffuser, I gotta be able to stop them. When in reality, yes, you can do that, but if they're pushing, like if I gotta call out, hey, they're pushing into Aqua, you can just swing out here and use a smoke canister, even if it's only like 40 seconds into the round, because each smoke canister lasts 10 seconds. So for 10 seconds, their whole push is stopped. So your team has an opportunity to come back over. Maybe somebody playing in VIP can come back over to the shield and watch Aqua. Because if you're gonna get overrun on site, what's the point of having 3 smokes if you're just gonna die holding on to them, as opposed to using them to giving you the best chance to survive and to be able to hold off the enemy. Of course, you want to be able to maybe have 1 or 2 smoke canisters to have in the round, because like for a late round, just to stop the plant. Ideally you would have all 3, but like I said, if they're pushing in, then you will definitely want to use one of them. And I'm gonna pick up this back up in the next round. Okay, so we're back in the next round. I have the same setup I did last time, and we left off talking about your utility usage. Of course, you would want to have all 3 of your smokes late round so that you're able to stop them from planting for a whole 30 seconds. As a smoke player, or even when you're attacking and you know they have a smoke, when you get into the last 30 seconds of the round, that's when it becomes very difficult as an attacker, and very, very fortunate, I guess you could say, if you're a smoke player or you're on defense and your smoke has all 3 smokes. Because let's say they're pushing Aqua very hard, and I have 3 smokes and there's 30 seconds left. I can just start smoking this off, and they're gonna need to run in and take damage. So that would make it easier for our team to eliminate them. And when you're pushing in, your vision gets like pretty clouded. So if there's somebody sitting maybe prone here with like a punch hole watching the door, if there's a smoke canister that goes off and they have to push in, if that's like an Echo or a Maestro or anybody, it'll make it a lot easier for your team to get to win. But don't be afraid. As a smoke player, I play smoke pretty much the whole time when we're on defense, because he's my favorite operator in the game. I think he's the best operator in the game. You have to, like, you get kind of a feeling, I guess you could call it a sixth sense or whatever, when you know that, like, okay, I should probably smoke this. Like, usually if there's a breach, let's say they breach, well, this isn't a good example because nothing over here is worth breaching. Okay, this happened to me a couple days ago. They opened this wall with a Maverick, and I heard they Zofia charged my shield. So I'm like, okay, now they know this is pretty much free. They can just walk down this hall. So I just threw a smoke out there to slow them down. And then, yeah, I only have 1 or 2 left, but still it stops them for long enough to where they can't do anything for 10 seconds. And as a defender, especially as an anchor, you always have the time on your side when you have the man advantage. Well, not even, you have it always on your side. But I'd say if it becomes like your roamers die really early and it's a 3v5 with 2.5 minutes left, that's really difficult because they have the man advantage and they have so much time to work with. They can really slow down their attack or just ramp it up and overpower you. So teams that get very aggressive, smoke is a good counter to them. That's why you want to be very close on your reinforcements, make your rotates very fast, because if they rush the site and you're like still reinforcing this or making this rotate, then there's really nothing you can do. You're stuck in the middle, and and it's going to be tough for you to stop them from pushing in. Okay, final recap. Reinforce close to site, make rotates, position near site, use your smokes if you feel like you have to, like if you're getting pressured or you get a call out that they're pushing a certain area. Ideally, you want to have 1 or 2 smokes when it comes to the final 30 seconds of the round, because each smoke lasts 10 seconds. So if you get a call, hey, they're pushing Aqua and they're pushing hallway, you throw a smoke out there, maybe throw another one at default plant right here. That wastes 10 seconds from each push. So like 20 seconds basically. Because they can't push that for 10 seconds, they can't push here and plant here for 10 seconds. And that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to leave a like, subscribe for more. Just a reminder, I stream every day, link in description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.